Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, non-binaries, and transgenders, this is the Ultra Heelz Wrestling Podcast, live from Bravery Studios, Clifton, New Jersey. No, I'm sorry, we're in Garfield now. I forgot where we are. I am Darth Messiah, D-Dart, Psychic Savior, always in forever when it's worst behavior. Mr. DM, find your mama's DMs. Why? Because I'm trying to give mama a baby, nobody can stop me. The spicy chicken is still tingling in my mouth. And on the phone, as always, the OG, the triple OG of the Ultra Heelz.
It's your boy Alex the Hill, a.k.a. the Stan Lee of Podcasting, also known as the Stan Lee of Podcasting, and also the man that's known to say fuck Mr. McMahon and a whole entire group of people that I find out there's more of us now, and I'm happy. And also known as the man that can be a girl in a cripple crawl space, have a run to a crawl space, and you can find that not on my space, but my OnlyFans soon to be made.
Damn, I like the switch up. Love the switch up. And on the boards, the only man that can be mentioned in the same breath is Superstar Billy Graham, Superstar Sal.
What's up, guys? Sorry about that little snafu.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
You know, shit happens.
Now, what were we talking about right before we reconvened?
Tornadoes in North Carolina.
Yes. What's the weather in New Jersey is just insane. Like every like other day, you just get those random storms, and then 10 minutes later, it's like it never happened.
But did you see the damage that one tornado did in Pennsylvania into New Jersey?
Yeah.
Just ripped the roof right off that building.
Mm-hmm.
I wish that shit would happen down here. People like, oh my God, Sean, you should be careful. It's a tornado. Nigga, I'm outside. I'm sweating. What the fuck are you talking about? We're going to get rain in a few minutes, but there's no tornado hitting us. We're too far middle of North Carolina for us to reach and get anything.
Like, low key, sometimes I wish shit like that would happen to my house, the way I can just collect the insurance money and be done with it.
I want to go storm chasing, and now like I can do it locally, apparently. So that's a big.
I gotta go far.
I know it's a big profession.
And be like, here we go.
Or hobby.
I always thought I had to go to like the Midwest.
Hobby was a dangerous one.
I always thought I had to go to the Midwest. Who knew I could go one state over?
Yeah.
Basically. But yeah, I'm outside and sitting in my heat right now. Like the sun is going down. It's 91 and it feels like 100 on the spot right now.
Ooh.
Well, you'd be envious. It feels like October outside out here.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. It's nice right now.
I need that. Look, y'all don't understand. North Carolina weather is so backwards. It don't start fully snowing until damn near January.
Let's see. What happened last year? Like November, beginning of November, it was still like 80-something degrees.
Yeah, really
and then it just snowed one day. And that was winter.
Man, remember those? We had a couple of snowstorms last year. I remember I was at work in Brooklyn and New York got devastated. We had to go down to Manasquan, which is
that's deep.
But yeah, bro, it looked like maybe like a couple little flakes of snow fell. That's how far we were. But I was like, damn.
Yeah.
The contrast.
I'm gonna tell you right now. A couple years ago, before I moved back to Jersey and met all of y'all, in December it was 90 degrees. Mind you, it snowed up there with y'all. Because a couple people was calling me. It was like, bro, it's snowing up here. How the weather is down there? I was like, dude, I'm outside waiting for the bus with pants on, a short sleeve t-shirt, sweating, waiting for the bus. They go, what the hell? I was like, bro, this weather down here is not what you think. It snowed in like mid-January and stopped snowing by like February. And then they got hot and it just melted like it never happened. I was like, bro, I hate this weather. Like, I swear. I need about 3-4 months of snow, not like three and a quarter weeks of snow and then go back to being hot.
Yeah, I wish it was like that. Well, let's jump into today we're going to kick off with the fantasy draft because today is the final round of our draft before we get into actually booking shows, which we will also discuss today. Today we were going to finish out the men's singles roster. Last week we did tag teams. Quick little recap. You took Right to Censor, Mustache Mountain, Dudley Boys, Grizzled Young Veterans, The North, The Briscoes, Private Party, and The Rascals.
Private Particles.
Yeah, Private Particles. I told you the chicken is still tingling in my mouth. Let's see. I took Santana and Ortiz, The Hardy Boys, The Brotherhood, The B Team, Undisputed Era without Roderick Strong, SCU, and War Machine.
I got to bring up my list. I can get off my porn page.
Oh, before we go too far, let me go back a couple of weeks because I didn't correct myself. Because the week that we did the championships, you had picked the Globe's WWF belt, and I had never said what belt that I actually wanted to use because I had originally picked that myself. So I'm going to go to the IWGP Heavyweight Championship that they just got rid of. That'll be my World Championship. And the other one, the other thing I have to correct myself on, the week we did commentary, I said I wanted Kevin Kelly from Ring of Honor. He doesn't even work in Ring of Honor at the moment. I forgot where he is. I think he's doing New Japan English commentary right now.
He was. I didn't know he didn't work for Ring of Honor anymore though.
Oh, but whatever mistake I made, wrong person. I got faces mixed up. I want Joe Galley from NWA as my lead commentator. That's who I want. So just make those two corrections from a couple weeks back. All right. Do you have your list up?
I'm trying to bring it up right now. I got to remember where I put it because I'm all over the place with shit.
Oh, I got you. So I will most likely be needing a trade this week, which we discussed before, because you said you want Mike Chioda as your ref, and I am willing to part with him for a trade if you so oblige.
I'm down with a trade.
Who do you think you are, Brian Cashman?
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I just want to say for the record that if neither one of you right now take Barry Horowitz, Aldo Montoya, or like anybody in that vein, Funaki, I'm going to be very, very upset.
I have someone of that caliber.
Colin Delaney.
No. When I get to it, you'll know. When I get to it, you'll know. You ready with your list, or you want me to go first?
You can go first.
Okay. With my first pick of the singles division, I will be taking the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Okay.
Solid choice right there. I think he's
Okay. Let's have that one, sir.
the best in the world right there.
A Grand Slam champion in two different companies, a double or triple in one company.
And let's not forget that he's making a huge dude that is green as hell look amazing. And he's bringing out a personality in this guy.
Mm-hmm. And just for reference, my homie at work did not give me a list this week. He was a little preoccupied with some family stuff because he had some stuff going on. What you got?
So, me and Smooches was talking about this, and me and her came to the conclusion that I need this guy to be a big star. And I don't remember if you took him or not. I don't think if you did or he's on your radar, but I'm taking Wardlow.
Okay. Wardlow. I'm not mad at that. He's not on my list, but I'm not mad at that. That's a solid pick.
Yeah, I see so much big things for him. So I kind of need that big guy right there in my place.
But don't you think he kind of lacks personality?
Yeah, he kind of does. But like I said, my whole wrestling company it's not really about personality. It's about getting in the ring and showing what you actually can do. Something WWE said they try to do for people, but they don't. And seeing Wardlow wrestle is more than listening to him on the mic and seeing a personality, because he can get in the ring and basically show off some shit that he can do for him to be his stature.
I don't think he's been asked to show personality. He's introduced him as MJF's muscle. He plays that role very well. And even within the faction of the Pinnacle, he's still playing the same role. So he's not been asked to show personality. He's just there.
Yeah,
which is actually kind of a detriment. But
like he's just a big monster for their group. Like every group needs that one big man. He's like how Kevin Nash was to Shawn Michaels before Kevin Nash got his full personality, wanted to talk and do all the other extra crap.
Yeah, but Diesel did show personality even when he was stoic. Even in his early days, he would show some bits and pieces of personality. I haven't seen that from. I'm not saying he doesn't have it.
Yeah, the rest of the Pinnacle has just gotten lost in this whole MJF Chris Jericho thing. Like even FTR, they've not done anything until now with Santana Ortiz. They just
Sammy Guevara, who's arguably got really over, one of the more over guys.
And I think he's losing some steam because I think he's not meant to be a babyface. They need to go back heel.
Really, I think he's been a really good babyface. He just hasn't been.
No. He's good in the role, but I think he's losing steam. I think it's not in his wheelhouse naturally. He can do it, but he's got to try harder for it. All right, my next pick. My next pick will be Adam Cole, baby.
Hey. That's a good pick.
Excellent choice.
That's a solid good pick.
You know, he's young, too. He's younger than me.
He's 32, 33.
I think he's 31.
Yeah, I'm actually older than him.
No, I did some research because I was looking at people's ages because I was like, oh, shit, Bobby Fish is fucking 44. And I think Cole's, he must have just turned 33. Because he was 10 years older than Roddy.
He just turned 32. He is.
Oh, he really?
A couple months older than me.
Okay, so my math is slightly
Still
off
in
then.
Wrestling, that's a young guy.
All right, sir, your next pick.
Oh, I'm going with my albino redhead Celtic man. I'm going with Sheamus.
Really? I never pegged you as a Sheamus guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting matchup, though. Sheamus versus Wardlow.
I'm not really much of a Sheamus. Yeah, like I'm not much of a Sheamus guy, but you come on now. Since Sheamus showed up, that man has proved that he got what it takes to be a A+ player in WWE, and they just keep pitting him back and forth between A and B.
Basically, since the bar, he's been like on a whole nother level. Like, yeah, he was good before, but this is a new part of Sheamus we haven't seen, even as a singles, post bar.
I'm still a big mark of beginning Sheamus. When he was a heel, when he first came, he killed Jamie Noble that one time.
Yeah.
Oh my God, boy! I was like, hey, that's ended Jamie Noble's career right there on live TV. Damn, that's crazy. I didn't think you were going to end him that way, Vince, but shit.
Wait, I just made a mistake. I already drafted Adam Cole as a part of Undisputed Era. So I will now make 2 picks to make up for that.
I thought you put Undisputed Era. I thought you was picking the tag team out of there.
No, I took the original 3 minus Roddy. You know, when they first showed up from ROH. Okay. I took that trio. So to replace Adam Cole as a single, I'm taking the Prince Finn Balor. And then my next pick will be Darby Allin.
2 excellent choices.
Because like I've been saying, based on AEW statistics, he is their biggest star, and I'm loving everything they're doing with him.
I think Darby Allin is primed. He's getting shaped up. Like, you give him like another year, and I think you could really thrust him into the main event scene.
Yeah. Okay, so that's my third pick. So you go ahead now.
My next pick is going to be a champion that has the most title reign right now, and he's also a vampire. And I'm going with R-Truth.
Goddamn R-Truth.
I need somebody that's eternal, that's going to be there forever.
You know what, though? That's your Barry Horowitz right there. That's a job guy. And you know what? He doesn't lose anything from losing because he's R-Truth. He gets anything right back. So
Now, to counter that, I'll take mine. You won't. Both of you are not going to expect this from me because I kind of shun the comedy gimmicks, if you will. I'm taking Danhausen. I love Danhausen. Wow. Minus the comedy stuff, I just love his character because he's always in character, even though it's a ridiculous gimmick. When he does interviews, he keeps the voice, he keeps the character. He wants a solid gold house and a rocket car of some description, and that is his goal.
I appreciate that. I think his Twitter presence is phenomenal.
Oh yeah, his social media presence is crazy.
He's got it. I'm a fan.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I've never really watched too much of his work.
Yeah.
But as far as the presence I've seen, I enjoy it.
Yeah. He was on oral sessions with Renee, and
Conan.
the whole thing, any like even real life questions, he took in gimmick.
He was on Conan's podcast.
Oh yeah, he was.
He's becoming.
I think he did his normal voice for that, right?
I'm pretty sure he was in gimmick.
Oh, he was? Okay.
Because that Dan Housen was the guest. You know what I mean?
Because I know he didn't have the makeup on.
And it's also he's like followed by like
everybody,
known people outside of wrestling.
Yeah. All right, your next pick, sir.
I'm going with the gold standard.
Shelton.
I'm taking Shelton.
Shelton Benjamin is one of my favorite wrestlers ever.
Ain't no stopping me. What?
Dude.
He can leave his mama at home.
Oh man, that brings back bad memories. I was Shelton Benjamin was that guy, and then they saddled him with that gimmick. Still loved him, but damn, that sucked.
All right, my next pick. I'm going to go with Walter.
That's an excellent choice. He's hurt right now, no?
No. Yes, he's hurt. He has a hand injury, but he's now booked for TakeOver 36. That's where he's going to have the match with Dragunov. And it's going to be, it's now, like I said, it's going to be on the main NXT show because they want the whole world to see the match.
Which I think is great choice. And I think Walter as a star, if he would just agree to come over more often, he could be huge in the main roster. Yeah. It's unfortunate, though, because my only beef with it is they have to do, in the couple weeks they have to really educate the audience on what these two's history is. Yeah. Because, all right, they had a great match. Most people didn't see it.
I saw it.
All right, you saw it.
I went back. I didn't know it happened until afterwards. And I was like, yo, it was match of the year and potential all-time great match.
Did you watch it because Cornette praised it so much?
Actually, no. I got it from What Culture. What Culture turned me onto it first. Because at the time, I wasn't listening to Cornette's podcast on Spotify. I was watching on YouTube, and YouTube was like a week behind. So I got it on What Culture first.
Did Jim Cornette comment on Wednesday night's main event yet?
That would have been. No, it'll be his Saturday podcast.
I gotta listen to that.
Well, but no. Nick Gage. Yeah, that'll be Saturday. But he already killed Nick Gage on Monday's podcast just for the fact that they're using him.
He's been killing Nick Gage for years.
Yeah, the the bank addicted drug robber. That's what he calls him.
I ain't gonna lie. That's a good entrance segue name to get somebody to call out into the ring.
That's disrespectful as fuck, though. Nick Gage would murder Jim.
It's true, but I'm gonna tell you, like I told everybody, Nick Cage is the white version of fucking New Jack.
The only difference, New Jack had legit credibility before he went to the hardcore style. That's my only real.
Yeah, he did, but for hardcore death matches and real persona in and outside the ring, the men are the same as that guy.
Yeah. All right, your next pick, sir.
My next pick is going to be Angel Garza.
Angel Garza. May I ask why?
To be honest, I was a fan of Angel Garza before he came to WWE.
Okay. And
I just like the way he wrestles. I just hate the fact in WWE they make him seem more like the pretty boy gimmick, but wrestling status wise, he had my attention way before then.
Okay. I'm now going to enact my trade. You may have Mike Chioda if you allow me to use. I don't need them on my roster full time. If I can use Paul Heyman as a manager, you can have Mike Chioda.
Okay, I can let that work.
Okay, so I will put Mike Chioda on your referee list, and then I will at some point have to come up with another ref. I can't think of one at the moment right now. So, being that I have Heyman, I'm now drafting Brock Lesnar.
Okay, you can have him. Because the sad thing is, he wasn't even on my radar for me to even want.
Oh, what I'm gonna do with Brock?
Like
Bro, it's something special what I'm gonna do with Brock. You're not gonna see this one coming.
Are you gonna have Brock doing shooting star presses again?
No. Quite the opposite.
Yeah.
Quite the opposite.
Uh-oh.
All right, your next pick.
Most of mine is gonna be mostly WWE at this point right now, but I'm gonna go with Dexter Lumis, my stalker.
Dexter Lumis. Okay. What was his indie name? I can never remember it.
It's right on the tip of my tongue.
I can't remember his indie name, and I can't remember his TNA name.
They were the same, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, if they just let him have a little bit of personality, I'd really love his character. Just give him a little more personality.
Samuel Shaw.
There you go.
There you go.
All right,
Now,
go ahead.
Say, now your next choice. When I tell you my next one, you're gonna be like, "That's so left field. I would never thought of that."
My next pick. He used to be referred to as Big Ass. I'm taking W. Morrissey because I need a giant.
Yeah, you do.
I've heard nothing but good things since he's been to Impact Wrestling.
Yeah, the little bit I've seen of him in Impact, solid, absolutely solid.
That's good because he was a good big man. He just for whatever reason didn't work out.
Like he got hurt and then
he had some mental health issues.
Yeah.
Hurt, health issues.
Oh, his drinking problem.
Stating his religious beliefs sometimes, and also politics in the back. You know, you're not. That's one thing. You're not.
Oh yeah. He was like heavy in politics.
He was a big Trump guy.
Yeah,
might still be, but.
Yeah.
Your next pick, sir.
Okay, now this is going to be funny because I thought about this and I kind of wanted him as a tag team, but I was like, no, I'll take him separately. I'm taking Harvey Smith.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going with the British Bulldog son. Why? Because I always had faith. Man, I liked him anyway. I'm just happy that he's back in WWE for the moment.
What a hell of a way to debut him, right on Main
Yeah.
Event.
So Davey Boy Jr.
They really missed the boat on him. They should have kept him a long time ago. I guess you know what though. I guess you can make the argument he just wasn't ready at that moment in time. He had to go get more seasoning out there, but.
Let's see. I want to take. Oh, this is gonna be a controversial one. I'm taking Del Rio with Ricardo Rodriguez.
I thought about that too, but I was like, do I really want to have him in my federation right now? The way shit just don't go for him right in his like real world life.
Del Rio, Alberto El Patron, whatever you want to call him. I'm taking that man.
The guy,
Alberto
the guy to
Del
be paid.
Rapist.
The guy to be paid into submission.
Yeah, she's still recovering from that relationship.
I know.
That was such an odd pairing. I felt like something was wrong there.
Hell of a worker though, yo.
Yeah,
In terms of working,
that's why I'm taking him.
And I loved him when he first came.
Even the Mex America thing with Dutch Mantel, I was on board for that too.
My next pick, I am taking Mr. Fight Owens. Fight.
So you want Owens or do you want Steen?
I want Steam.
You want Steen?
Owens.
Okay.
Owens is cool, but Owens cool, but Steen will kill you.
Kill Steen, kill. All right, we're taking Kevin Steen.
Along with that entrance music. He had a great entrance music in Ring of Honor.
All right. I'm trying to go non-WWE because I know there's a bunch of WWE people I want. Let's go with Adam Page.
Great choice.
Yeah, Adam Page. Cowboy shit.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about Adam Page right now. That was very disappointing.
We'll get to it. Adam, your next pick.
I am picking for mine. This is gonna be funny. I'm picking Kenny King.
Okay. Kenny King. What was that? Tough Enough season 3 winner?
I don't think
or
he won.
runner up?
Did he win? I don't think he won.
However that happened.
He was a runner up. He never won, even though he probably should have.
You could argue he was one of the better ones that came out of it too.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Morrison. Yeah. I don't know, like who else?
Is he still wrestling? Or is he wrestling currently?
I think he's in Ring of Honor right now.
He wrestled ROH.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was in the Pure tournament. He was in the Pure tournament last year. You're right. Because I think he had a match against Gresham, right? At one point during the tournament.
That's another guy that should be on people's radar.
Yep.
Yeah. My next pick. I'm surprised he's not off the board yet. Daniel Bryan.
I thought about picking Daniel Bryan, but I was like, you know what? That man want to rest with his child and his weird ass looking wife. He can have it. My next pitch that I'm going to throw in there is Rush from ROH.
Rush, the current. No, he just lost the title, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he just lost the title. Yep.
Who's the champ right now?
Some other Spanish dude. He just lost it the last pay-per-view. Shit. Ring of Honor. If I can spell correctly, Ring of Honor. Bang. Ring of Honor. Champion. I should type the word champion in there and it might come right up. Ring of Honor.
Bandito.
There you go, Bandito.
Ah, that was like 2 weeks ago, too.
Yeah. Okay. My next pick, possibly my last pick. I'm going to do some math while you make your next pick. My next pick will be MJF.
Nice. Actually, I thought that would be your first pick.
Yeah, because I got a lot of other heels that are, but I don't have a lot of talkers, so I did end up going with MJF. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Now, I was torn between the two for this one, and I'm still kind of torn. But I'm gonna go with the latter of what I want the most for my shit. I'm picking Danny Math.
Okay, we've seen him in person a couple times.
That is an excellent choice.
I know.
Dan Moff is a beast.
You picked Brock, and I was like, Brock was on my radar because Danny Math will be my Brock.
Okay, yeah, and he's such a cool dude too. Just talking to him.
Dan Moff is a beast.
Yeah,
he's a very nice guy.
Look, and I'm all happy that we couldn't get it to go through. That him to slap fucking X-Man Dan in the chest with a chop.
Oh yeah, X-Man Dan didn't know what he was getting into. One our old co-host, he kept telling, "Yo, I just want to take a chop. I just want to take a chop." I was like, "No, he's gonna hurt you."
Dan Moff is he lays it in.
He's gonna hurt you.
Yep.
What was I think the last time we saw Dan Maff, it was him against Ace Romero at Pro Wrestling Magic.
Yeah.
Wasn't he the champion for a while?
Yeah, he slapped Ace Romero in the chest 2 times. Yep.
Yeah.
Now, Sal, this is the thing. When X-Men Dan was talking about he could chop Danny Maff, I was like, I can chop you as close to what Danny Mav will hit you with, because I'm very heavy-handed like him, so I know I can do it. X-Men Dan said yes. He took off his shirt and turned around and gave me that. I think I hit him with like 50% of what I do. X-Men Dan said my handprint was left on his back and it started whelping all 5 fingers in the palm of my hand on his back. He had to leave the studio to go downstairs to smoke a blunt. And he said, bro, I still,
yeah, you did.
I still felt that the next following day. I was like, dude, I didn't hit you the hardest I can.
Let me just tell you, taking chops might be the worst thing in professional wrestling.
Because there's no way to work it. You just have to take the chop.
I remember one time I was wrestling and this guy was just lighting me up, and we're like brawling around like the audience too, so he has to like lay it in. And I remember every time he would do it, I was like, I fucking hate you. And then as he's shot, he's like, I'm a baby face, and he just keeps fucking.
That's kind of like Xavier Woods was talking about the Hell in a Cell match against the Usos, and he said the whole spot where he was chained to the turnbuckle and they just hit him with the Kindle. He's like, that was my idea. I told him to do it. I was like, just keep. When I start screaming, just keep hitting me anyway. And after the match is over, I'm probably not going to talk to you, but check on me tomorrow.
My experience has shown me that when you come up with ideas that like you know are like going to be painful, it's usually for somebody to do to you.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not going to work with you and be like, hey, I got this great idea. Do you want to just go through glass?
Yeah. All right, I do have one more pick. I'm going to take Damian Priest. Damian Priest will be my final pick and final babyface because I don't have a monster babyface yet or sizable babyface.
And this would be my last pick. My last pick is going to be Shane Taylor.
Okay.
I think I see big things for him. I think he's going to be on like national television really, really soon.
He should have been national television at this point. The man is good on the mic and good in the ring for his size.
Yeah, but you know what? Now he's like being put in a position where like he could excel, like, you know, in a main position, and like it's going to open up some eyes.
Yeah. So quick rundown. Today, Alex took Wardlow, Sheamus, R-Truth, Shelton Benjamin, Angel Garza, Dexter Lewis, Harvey Smith, Kevin Steen, Kenan King, Rush, Danny Math, and Shane Taylor. I took Adam Page, Damian Priest, Darby Allin, Danhausen, Daniel Bryan, Del Rio, MJF, AJ Styles, Finn Balor, Walter, Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman, part-time, and W. Morrissey, a.k.a. Big Cass, a.k.a. Big Ass, because they didn't know how to frame his head around his name. So he was just Big Ass for like a month.
Right.
Okay, now, when we go forward with booking, here's what I'm thinking. We're going to schedule the month. No, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. The first week will be your television show. You present the show, and then I'll post it on the Instagram, and the fans can vote on who actually wins the match. And then, like, if you want somebody to have a promo, just type out give me like a quick little blurb of what the person's supposed to talk about in a promo. See if it can sway the fans for them to win the match or whatever, something like that. And then the following week, we'll kick off the segment with the results from your matches. And then that week, I'll present my matches for my TV show. And then, same thing. During the week, the fans will vote. Come back. Third week, it's your pay-per-view. Fourth week is my pay-per-view. And if there happens to be 5 weeks in that month, that's where we have our crossover episodes, because I was talking about I want to do crossover pay-per-views like One Night Stand or Worlds Collide. So that'll win the fifth week will be the crossover where we have brand versus brand. I feel like that's a proper schedule that works out evenly.
Yeah, that works.
All right. Yeah, so coming soon, we'll have our actual booking of shows, and the crowds on Instagram can vote on our matches.
All right, we can do that.
Now, over on Raw, did you see how the almighty Bobby Lashley took the time to acknowledge our tribal chief, Roman Reigns?
Yes.
I did not see that.
You didn't get it.
I didn't watch Raw.
He smashed him, he stacked him, he pinned him.
Oh, with the Hurt Business.
With the Hurt Business, he put Cedric Alexander on top of Shelton Benjamin and pinned them the same way Roman did at WrestleMania with Edge and Daniel Bryan.
Now, let me tell you, I was happy that he acknowledged him that way, but at the same time, I kind of want to see them two go at it. I'm also happy to see that Bobby Lashley finally pulled back out the Dominator.
Yep.
I fucking fangirl like a bitch to see him do that. When he picked after it, I was like, what's he going to do? Is he going to do that one-hand upper body choke slam? And he picked him up on his shoulder. I said, is he going to hit him with a Dominator?
Yep.
Oh, my God. I ain't seen that in so long.
Oh, and he did a jackhammer to mock Goldberg.
You know, that's the one thing that I kind of fear and hate the most. When people about to fight Goldberg, they mock the jackhammer, and they never win when they fight him.
Mm-hmm.
I hate the fact that that's like the sign of you might end up losing if you mock the fucking Bill Goldberg move. Please don't do it.
Now, I just want to point out something that's happening on both brands right now. Bobby Lashley is saying, no, I don't want to fight Goldberg. And Roman said, no, I have no reason to fight John Cena. And then Finn Balor just shows up, and apparently he's getting the title match. But I feel that's the bait and switch with Finn Balor.
There's a contract signing tonight.
Yeah, there's supposed to be contract signing tonight. Cena's just going to show up again.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious how they're going to.
But I just find it weird that they're doing the same angle on both shows with the champion saying, no, I don't want the match.
What is it going to be? Are they going to do Finn versus Cena? And then Finn takes his loss immediately after being called back up?
I wouldn't put it past them. But it's going to be, Cena made him look so good in the loss.
At this point right now in wrestling, I'm okay with them trying to do the same thing for both their champions, but it's still leading to a different outcome between different opponents. If it was like, Daniel Bryan's still here, he's going to fight Roman again, and then Finn Balor show up and he's going to fight Bobby, it's going to be two big face guys as champion fighting two small guys for the belt. It would be an identical story. Mm-hmm. But to say no to Bill Goldberg, and give other people a chance on Raw, and then for you to say no to John Cena and Finn Balor issue a challenge and you say it's on, it just feel like that old school left ball, like left curve ball in the whole thing, because we're all thinking, okay, John Cena's going to get the match automatically. It is what it is. But you say no and you give us Finn Balor after he just came back, that's kind of what he was doing for a long time, Finn Balor in the main title picture. Because he never got his rematch and never got put forward again as a title holder again. Hell, I don't think they still acknowledge him as the first inaugural Universal Champion at this point still.
No, he got his rematch because he had a match against Brock Lesnar at, I think it was Fastlane or something?
Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble, there you go.
He also had a match with Roman Reigns. It might have been on Raw, but it was for the belt.
It was for the belt?
It was a couple years ago. I think it was right before Roman Reigns, the cancer situation.
Okay. Yes, I know he had his rematch.
Yeah, but you got to think about it. At that time, Finn was a face, and he was getting pit all over the place like Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder.
That's the one
getting used and abused.
That's the one thing about him coming back to the main roster. I feel like he lost the edge that he had in NXT. He went back to NXT. He got his edge back. He was over, and he's just back to smiling again on the main roster.
Yeah, like immediately. As soon as he got to SmackDown, it was...
He's just smiling.
Yeah. What the fuck? He came
back
with
like
some funky
it's a bit of a man curse.
He got a weird haircut right now, too. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, he's always kind of had a weird haircut, but...
Yeah, but when he went back to NXT, like, shaved his head, and it was like a... just looked better, like,
yeah.
aesthetically.
Yeah.
I wish he would just, like... I don't know. He has so much to offer.
Uh-huh. On NXT, Samoa Joe has quit his job. He is no longer the enforcer for William Regal.
My question, that was quick.
Yeah, that was quick.
Why even do that?
Exactly.
Could have just had him come out and confront Cross. Like, why even go through that? They made T-shirts.
Well, I just figured out either I realized storytelling-wise, it makes a little bit more sense seeing how he was on the main roster for so long with that injury, other questions, and they want to wrestle, to come back there and give him a position to make it seem like, okay, he still can't wrestle, but he's out here choking niggas out. Like, the first night he shows back up, I was like, okay, maybe that means down the road we'll get it. But then when Karrion Kross choked him out, I was like, yeah, he about to quit that position. They about to give him this match, and I hope it's for the belt. Then I just seen Karrion Kross get on Raw and lose to Jeff Hardy babyface with a dirty pin. I was like, yeah, he's gonna lose the belt at this point now. Because at this point now, they're gonna bring him to the main roster by himself.
Real quick, pardon me, I haven't been reading the chat tonight. DX the great was in the chat. Finally, DX has come back to the Ultra Heelz. What up, DX? And he was talking about Dakota Kai and her heel kick, and when she turned on Raquel Gonzalez this week. Valdor, what up, Valdor? He wants to draft Booker T. He wants to draft Booker T. He wants to draft Theodore Long, and he thought Rush lost the title back. No, it was only like a month ago that Rush lost the title. And he said triple threat, Cena, Roman, and so that way Roman doesn't have to take the pin. See, that would completely defeat Cena Roman because it's the same thing that happened in WrestleMania. You threw another person in to allegedly take the pin. He just ends up pinning both of them.
And then it really screws up for, like, let's say Big E.
Yeah.
When it's time for him to cash in, hopefully on Roman.
I seriously feel like Big E's cashing on Bobby or whoever beats Bobby.
I think you're completely right about that, and I'm kind of.
That's the thing. I'm about to say, that's the thing right there. With some sources online, they were talking about that they hurt in the back and it's not set in stone still. But remember how we talked before? We was like, oh, when the New Day got broken up, we was like, damn it, they had it on two different shows. Eventually, they're going to pit them back together on one show.
Yeah,
they're thinking about trading off Big E to Raw, but still not be part of the New Day, so he can face Bobby or Goldberg instead of being on SmackDown.
What I can see happening is because it's Big E's dream match to have a match with Goldberg, have him cash in at SummerSlam during the match, it become a triple threat, and he just pin Goldberg.
Yeah, but then if you're gonna do that, I feel like the reason why you would even put him there is to like avenge Kofi, and like that doesn't happen there. I think it would be better suited for him to actually pin Lashley one-on-one. Yeah,
that makes more sense, yes. But I can see the other scenario too. Now, side note, Big E has talked about another way that he can cash in the Money in the Bank contract. There's an alternate way. He found a loophole in the rules. He had his lawyer look at it.
Was this on the podcast?
Yes, it was on the podcast.
I want to hear this because it's definitely hysterical.
Big E wants to cash in the Money in the Bank to get his last name back.
Holy shit.
He said championships are cool, but if I really want some fucking respect, I want my last name back. I'm going to come out during a championship match. Everybody's going to be confused. They think I want the belt. I'm going to grab it like, no. I'm cashing in my Money in the Bank contract, but you will call me Big E Langston.
You know what would be cool? It's funny. I would be down with this because the way Big E is, I know Vince have a big thing for him right now. I feel like if he got last name back, I still feel like Vince would still put him in the main event title picture just for the fuck of it at that point.
Yeah. So then they like as they kept spitballing. Hell, they always spitball with ideas. He said we're just going to change the whole Money in the Bank concept into last name Money in the Bank match. You're just going to have like 30 people in the ring all fighting to get their last name back or their first name like Cesaro.
Could we put Adrian Neville back for that?
Alexander Rusev.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, if we doing that, we might have a WWE full roster battle royal. Whoever wins gets to get their name back.
Valdor still wants Big E to be the one to beat Roman at WrestleMania next year.
I completely agree with that.
Yeah, again, that's another solution for Big E. There's so many things you can do with Big E, but just make it meaningful when he wins, not just he finally cashed in.
Have it set up the way they did with Van Dam when
And that's like the thing I understand. Like you want it to be meaningful, but if he wins it on SmackDown, who's he celebrating with besides the SmackDown roster? He's not celebrating it with the New Day like when Kofi won it.
Yeah. And again, I think we talked about this last week. When Kofi won, Xavier Woods cried his eyes out. Everybody wants a friend like that. Like he was more excited for his friend than he was for himself.
Yeah.
Badass moment though.
Yeah.
So them talking about moving him over to Raw, it would make more sense because if he won the belt, he has Kofi and Xavier Woods right there for him to give him the same emotional support like they did Kofi when he won. But having him on SmackDown, he's just gonna celebrate like he did when he won the IC title. with random guys in the back that really serve no purpose towards his story going forward.
Mm-hmm. Over on the other channel, on AEW Dynamite, soon to be Rampage, which will potentially feature the best in the world when they debut in Chicago at the United Center. Not Shane McMahon, the other best in the world. Not Bret Hart, the other best in the world. Not Chris Jericho, the other best in the world. I just realized 4 people are the best in the world.
Well, Bret Hart technically was the best there was and never will be.
Yeah. Slight difference. So also, the AEW Rampage is debuting. Was that August 18th? Is that the date?
I think it's the 13th.
13th.
Yeah,
whatever the second Friday is in the month, right?
Yeah, and then the 20th is the one in Chicago.
Yeah, there you go.
The first dance. See, now it's not the first Rampage.
They're just calling it the first dance.
Because it's gotta
be in Chicago.
It's gotta be,
Gotta be. Got it. So then the other person is at All Out.
The way they are teasing it, if it isn't, there will be a lot. Bro, they sold out that arena, 10,000 seat arena for a Friday night show at 10 p.m. on the basis that you're teasing this guy. If he doesn't show up, that'll be a major, major hit on that company, I think.
Now, what if it's just a one-off?
All right, that's fine, but at least he'll be there.
That's
and
what
then,
I thought it was going to be a one-off.
It opens the door for future collaboration, which is really all anybody wants is hope, I guess.
Right.
Speaking of
Dynamite, Space Jam 2 took place on Dynamite.
Oh, God, yes. And I don't understand why.
Good for them. They got paid for that.
And nobody in the Elite can play basketball. Except for Gallows. Gallows hit his shot.
Speaking of that match, great match. I loved it.
Except the finish.
I didn't even mind the finish until what I heard today.
Okay.
The finish
Look,
is
I'm going to tell you right now.
I could have dealt with
match
it. Because it's like, all right, you got a few. They have 8 TVs before the pay-per-view. All right, I understand. But then I heard the news today.
Mm-hmm.
And it just devastated me. I hope they reverse. I hope it's either a false flag or I hope they reverse course. And I hope the crowd just goes absolutely apeshit for this man to show them, no, this is the guy you want to put in this position right now.
Because he shined through the entire match. And I now have a new appreciation for Dark Order.
John Silver and Alex Reynolds.
I love Silver. Silver is the only one I've been liking.
Look, that entrance for the Dark Order and Hangman Page was probably the most best entrance ever because Hangman Page got the biggest pop when that went down.
Yeah, that was a pretty solid entrance with them. I still like FTR at, was it Revolution? The match against the Bucks?
No, I think that was
Full Gear. I still like that entrance that they did.
Yes, that
entrance is cool, but the Dark Order entrance with Adam Page was great for the fact it just had the beat play and a light shine on all the Dark Order, and then Adam Page's music played right after that, and he came walking out the middle.
Yeah,
I was like, bro, that was probably the most solid way you can introduce them all without saying that he's really part of the Dark Order still.
Oh, and nobody pointed out that Colt Cabana had on the Brody gear.
I popped that real quick. I also popped that they had the purple headbands in coalition for Brody Lee anyway. They all had the purple bandanas on. I was like, man, boy. I was like, he's still gone, and y'all still keep that spirit alive the right way. Grape Street. They out there flagging. Grape Street. Over there, Los Santos ass group of niggas.
What about the Labours of Chris Jericho, Chapter 2, and now what we found out will be Chapter 3?
First of all, I think Chapter 2, in all honesty, and I think I have a really deep appreciation for deathmatch wrestling.
Right.
And I think that was cool in a lot of ways. First of all, who would have ever thought you'd ever see Nick Gage on national TV, let alone wrestling Chris Jericho in a deathmatch? And so I think that was cool. Brought a spotlight, I think, to deathmatch, and it's like, Nick Gage is a good representation of what deathmatch is, and there is stories to be told within the context of that, contrary to what people might think.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought the match was fun. I mean, there was a couple times Nick Gage looked a little, unsure of what to do.
Yeah, because he was like, okay, how do I tone myself down, kind of thing.
but I think he did well.
Because they probably told him, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this. But it's okay if you do this, but just don't go all the way with it.
But the weird thing is, I feel like they didn't really tone him down too much because that was a Nick Gage match. The light tubes, the glass, the pizza cutter, which conveniently aired a Domino's promo during it.
Yeah.
And apparently they were none too pleased about it.
Yeah.
First of all, one, really shut the hell up. Like one, they shut the hell up. Two, everybody that I saw on Twitter that saw the pizza cutting little part of that thing was like, yeah. For some reason, I wanted to order pizza after that point. You should be proud that something that had nothing to do with y'all made some of y'all orders go up that one night.
Now, I do have to say one thing about the pizza cutter. There was two of them. I think one was legit and one was a work. The first one where he actually slashed his arm, that one was legit. Because then Aubrey went and put it in the corner. And then he went and got another one from under the ring, and that's the one he rubbed across his face, where Jericho was already bleeding and it didn't get any worse. So I think that one was a work.
No, to be honest, I think that one was real. But if you look at when they go close up on it, even when he fought Matt Cardona, he grabbed it by the handle and rubbed it. When he fought Jericho, he grabbed it by the handle, but his thumb and his index finger held the blade so it never spin.
Okay, I'll go with that. I can go with that.
Yeah, because on AEW's Twitter, they showed a close up of it and they tried to cut the camera away, but he held the pizza cutter with 3 fingers and he held the blade with index and his thumb finger so it wouldn't spin. So he would just gradually like he rubbing it, but it wasn't spinning. So when he did his arm, he just held it and just went down his arm, no problem. And it spin. And I was like, oh, that was a safe, smooth way to make it look like you're cutting him without really doing that real damage. That was smart. I would have never thought of that. I thought you was gonna let Jericho just like, hey, look, we're just gonna cut you open. So I don't know how you're gonna protect yourself, but you gotta get it done.
Now, what about chapter 3? Who the fuck is Hoovy? We'll go back to that line. Who the fuck is Hoovy?
I really feel like Hoovy is Juventud Guerrero at this point.
No, it is.
It is. But because who did he have that conversation? Was it MJF? He was having that promo with? Yeah. So, because they were talking about Juventud Guerrero, and then MJF just said, who the hell is Hoovy?
I'm in a weird way, in an odd way, looking forward to that match. Curious to see how that's going to look in 2021.
How old is Juventud Guerrero?
Probably about the same age as Jericho, I would assume. Maybe a little younger.
Same age as Jericho? I think you have to go with the same age as Jericho. Like, Jericho's like what? Jericho's like 50, so I think Juventud is like 48, 47.
I hope in the lead of Jericho calls him Quasi Juice, like he did in 98.
Now, part of that stipulation is Jericho has to win using a top rope move. Going back through my Rolodex, I don't remember a Jericho top rope move. Then again, I don't remember his early 90s stuff.
We'll probably do the Frankensteiner like he's been doing.
Okay.
Yeah, Jericho top rope move.
Oh, yeah, he did use it in his match. That's right. Because he put him through the glass.
Like the lion. It was that, and it was the moonsault. Because he would use the moonsault. When the lion salt didn't work, he would use the moonsault at some occasions to do doing the same exact thing.
Okay.
But I didn't see Jericho do a moonsault so long, I don't think he's doing that shit.
Yeah, and the last time he did the lion salt, he barely got over. He had a hand plant just to make sure he got over.
I really don't want to see Jericho doing backflips anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess unless he's doing a Frankensteiner, because he actually looks. That makes it. That's a really good. It looks good.
Yeah.
Adam Page needs to get the fucking title match. I don't give a fuck what anybody. Absolutely. Right now is the time. You can't guarantee he'll get this momentum again that he has. Like, this is lightning in a bottle kind of momentum that he has right now.
And at the beginning, I wasn't saying I was against Adam Page. I think it was too soon, because when he won the Casino Battle Royal to face Chris Jericho at All Out, I was like, this is like, yeah, he's cool. Like, yeah, he's got something, but it's too soon. But now seeing the long story, good for him. He's nailed it every step of the way, even when they throw him kind of bullshit. But
I did the same thing. I thought it was. I didn't think he was going to beat Jericho. I had a feeling that with the way the company was starting up, like, you want to put an established guy as your champion. Jericho was that guy.
And you didn't want to use anybody from the Elite because it's too obvious.
Right. And again, Jericho's going to be the one that brings the mainstream eyes. So I get it. I didn't think it was going to be Page. And if Page would have won, it would have been way too soon then.
Yeah.
But I think after 2 years, after these stories you've been telling against Omega, who was his partner, who at last year's All Out, like, abandoned him after the match. Like, come on. Like, this is right in your lap. Like, what are you doing?
This is almost the hour 23 Vince McMahon story change.
And now, but like, who do you really gonna put? Who wants to see Christian versus Omega at All Out? Not me.
I want to see it, but not at All Out.
Not for the belt at the biggest pay-per-view of the year. All right, you want to do it on like a Rampage? Sure, go ahead.
Yeah.
Or even a Dynamite, I'd be okay with. However, not at All Out. And then, who was the other options? CM Punk, like that completely disregards your entire win-loss record system.
Mm-hmm. Again, something we were talking about a couple weeks ago when the rumors first started. Are we killing the Adam Page angle and just jumping the line with Punk or Bryan or potentially Brock Lesnar, which really isn't going to happen?
No, but like Punk, like for instance, like you thinking about putting him in the main event scene. You haven't seen this guy wrestle in 7 years, and I'm sure he'll be fine. But like 2 weeks in,
yeah,
that's essentially what it would be from August 20th in Chicago to the All Out is like 2.5 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on. I don't know, man, but I'm hoping like this is just like a big swerve. Just
to get the internet talking.
Right, and I think it's just to get maybe hopefully using that psychology to give Paige more sympathy
mm-hmm.
and like get people to really get behind them even more than they already have.
Mm-hmm. It will be an interesting. What is it now? 5 weeks away to All Out.
Yes, because it's about to be August 1st. Yes,
we're now 5 weeks away. I'm here for it. They've got me hooked in terms of the main event. Where's Miro been? I don't think has he been on TV the last 2 weeks?
No, they've had promos for him, but he'll be on this Wednesday wrestling Lee Johnson.
Didn't he just hurt himself?
I haven't even seen him
because he tried to do the spinal tap and he missed badly.
I got a question for you while we're talking about Lee Johnson, who I think is talented.
Yeah.
When has like somebody's gimmick being like a young boy ever worked?
Very rarely.
Rarely.
Because I feel like that's what they're doing him. He's like the nightmare, the Nightmare Factory or whoever, Cody Rhodes' group's young boy. But that's all he is. That's his personality. He's just the young guy, and it's like, I don't know, man. Unless he turns on Cody. Oh, that's another thing we got coming up is Malachi Black and Cody on Wednesday.
Oh yes. Now
did you like the signage behind Cody EVP?
Yeah. I feel I don't want to say they're gonna do some WWE shit and just like the match not have a finish so that they can do it at the pay-per-view. But I feel like that's gonna happen because that's a money match right now.
This is gonna be.
At least it's a money angle right now. It's one of the most interesting things going on.
I'm surprised they didn't put that on the first episode of Rampage as the main event.
Or that'd be fine.
But now it's on Dynamite, and that's got to be the main event of the show. Like, how do you get around?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't like do a screwy finish and then announce. It's gonna if it's your main event. Like, Rampage is your next show. It's gonna be hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know what they're gonna do.
Can we talk about one thing that happened in AEW that I think the crowd popped so hard for? Can we talk about the NJP United States title match where Hakuleo came out and he brought out his father?
Yeah.
Haku.
He brought out King Haku, and the crowd went batshit crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Haku still like he can get in the ring and still wrestle for a good couple more years for real.
He probably can because he's one of those like legit badasses that they always talked about in the 80s and the 70s and whatnot. He's like, regardless of what their physical condition is, just their fight, they will whoop your ass without even moving.
I have no desire to see Haku wrestle in 2021. However, I would like to see him legit fight the entire roster by himself. And I think
no offense. No offense. I would love to see him wrestle because you got to think about it. Everybody else they bring back to wrestle is at this point their body is worn down, tore up, like they just can't go through it. Haku look like he still can go through it.
Mm-hmm.
And still probably do a decent match better than a Ric Flair can at this point in his life, a Hulk Hogan at his life at this point. He look like he can do like how Sting is. He can get in the ring with somebody that's going to be safe with him and still make him look like a badass no matter what.
No, when Tully had that match, that surprised me. I didn't expect Tully to be in that good of shape.
First of all, yes, I didn't expect that bullshit either.
So that's what I would expect of Ming or Haku, his proper name.
But yeah, I ain't gonna lie. AEW this week, this week alone, AEW keeps just raising the bar for me to want to watch them more and more.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, ratings this week, they were over 1 million for 2 weeks in a row. I believe it was 1.108 was the number. And NXT had their lowest rating ever. They suffered the same fate that AEW did couple weeks ago when they had to move because of the NBA Finals. NXT was on Sci-Fi. They did 518,000.
Yeah, but that's to be expected when you move. But I think AEW's strongest. I think the highest rated were the main and the first. So
yeah. So
2 big money angles.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right, Alex, you got anything else before we get out of here?
Yeah, I sent to you on Instagram the other day. So apparently, some talks inside WWE up in management was on a phone call with somebody, and just like how wrestling fans are, they recorded it. This is up for giving away more people to AEW. He's unbothered and give 2 flying shits at this point.
Yeah,
that was the funniest comment ever.
Yeah, apparently there's another round of cuts coming.
He's like, maybe we can give him some more talent.
Like, I think this looking at it like, I let Drew go, and Drew came back as the man I wanted him to be. If I let more people go, and they go out there and do something, maybe wherever they're getting in their new contract, I can up the ante and bring them back. Because at this point right now, people that just stay in WWE, you're either going to flourish or you're going to sit in catering until they feel like they found something for you. Mm-hmm. But once he lets you leave and you go wrestle ROH, Impact, AEW, all other places, and you start getting better from what they want, oh yeah, we need you back. I need that trade back. I will pay you anything to get you back here because now you're what I want. But you could have had that when they were there. You just didn't try with them. That's why I feel like with Shelton Benjamin and Chris Alexander, I feel like if he let them go and they go back to like indies and other places, I feel like they will want them back immediately once they start making a name. So I'm really surprised they ain't go get JTG back after this point right now.
Yo, he is so jacked, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And he doesn't even look like the same person anymore.
Words, son. Like, I'm surprised Vince and them ain't go, he used to be part of Crown Town. Yeah, I'm going to need him back real quick. We already brought back Morrison. We already brought back Drew. You know what? Let's go ahead and bring him back.
Yeah. All right, let's get out of here. Hey, Valdor, thanks for stopping by tonight. We appreciate you as always. I've been Darth Messiah, the Dark Side Savior, always and forever, on its worst behavior. You, sir?
Alex, the motherfucking Hill.
Good night, Superstar Sal.
Good night, boys.
We out.